Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? First of all, welcome to another episode of Foreign Insight, man. And listen, if you haven't subscribed yet or like the channel, I'll leave a comment, please. I'm begging you. Two wrongs don't make a right. We need help on this platform to get into the algorithm, man. So if you haven't subscribed or notification button, man, please do so. But first of all, you're gonna have a very uncomfortable / comfortable conversation with my boy.
Tamel Blondell. Wait, what camera we at? This one, that one. This one, that one. What camera?
That's yours.
This one?
Yeah.
Nah.
You know I'm a blood side? Yo,
I said, oh no, be okay. It's okay.
all right. I'm about to say, yo. Now, listen, right? This episode right here is. Hold on one second. Gotta hit the start button. This episode is brought to you by Kellogg's. Nah, stop for these suing us.
No, don't get sued.
That was a joke, all right? But we're gonna have a discussion around this whole Puffy situation going on right now with these women.
Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning.
Yes, trigger warning. And these are our opinions. Some facts gonna be stated, but it's more of our opinions and a lot of allegations going on. So we just going by what we see in the media, what we're hearing about in the media, and we're gonna have this conversation, man.
And some inside sources, but we won't be really revealing those allegedly.
Good.
Gotta keep your ears to the streets.
And allegedly, you're right.
I hear a lot.
You know a lot, man.
I told you that 9-figure. I said that wasn't no 8-figure settlement. He settled up with 9.
Nigga said 9, nigga. I'm telling you.
9 figures, yeah.
I'm telling you.
I promise you.
So, let's go. You want to start from the Cassie situation? Let's start from Cassie and lead up to now. Cause that's what kind of like everyone is
the
talking.
catalyst, yeah.
Yeah.
And if we want, you could probably double back and probably touch on the Kim Porter things because she do play a role in the whole situation too. Remember, Kim Porter writing a book. Cassie was writing the book.
It's kind of strange. So all right, so let's go. How do you feel about the Cassie allegations in the lawsuit with Puff? How do you feel about that whole situation?
Again, trigger warning. Is not anyone's. I feel like it's not anyone's place to come out and say when it's not nobody's place to tell alleged victim, to come out and say when they should tell the truth. But I feel like unless Cassie is getting ready to release a scientific or a real deep graphic novel, she has a crazy imagination. There has to be some things that's true in that situation. And then on top of that, the fact that this was already in the works for like you told me too. I went and looked it up. Like 5-6 months prior, they was like this whole thing was going on. But for him to settle out so fast is what really kind of like made me give him the side eye. Like, damn, you did that really quick. You didn't even did the ink dry? It was still in the internet that the case was still ongoing before it actually said settled. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I believe her, but I'm not going to sit here and say that every single detail was true because she did suffer a memory loss from the drugs and stuff, allegedly.
Yeah, so this is how I feel about the Cass situation. Once again, I don't know if this shit was actually true or not.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there, right?
I wasn't in there. I wasn't a part of it.
We don't know if it's true or not, right? But a lot of people get the thing that when you sit out of court, it means automatically guilt. It don't mean automatically guilt. Most of the time people sit out of court is because it's literally expensive to go to trial. You gotta pay their lawyer fees, and the lawyer's gonna milk it up and wait on purpose and get that big ass check, right?
But that's only if you lose. If you lose, you pay the lawyer fees.
No, the person who's got to pay regardless.
No, if he loses the court, she would have to pay all the lawyer fees and all that stuff for him to go to court. So I think he settled out more likely because of the fact that it's not gonna look good for brands. If he did it quicker, he thought about doing it so fast that it wouldn't affect his brands. But when he did that and that fast, and on top of the fact that people in his camp, nobody came forward to like say, okay, well, this is not. They didn't give no pushback, so it didn't look good for the brands. Yeah,
it don't look good for the brand. And to be perfectly honest, here's my issue with Cassie's situation, right? Once again, it's like Cassie, her statements got put out by the lawyer, the law firm putting out a statement saying that Puff was abusive and things like that. A lot of things going on with the abusive part, and she was still getting mad at Puff's security guards and saying they ain't saying nothing, blah, blah, blah. But how can you get mad at Puff's security guard and not get mad at your own mother for when you said that, what the lawyer statement said, that the mother had knowledge of it and had photo evidence of it in her phone. So here's my thing. If I'm that person's mother or father, there's nothing Puff can say to me to not get this nigga knocked the fuck up. Like, it got both. If you gonna be mad at security guard, be mad at the mother too. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying you can't be mad at the security guard because the security guard owes Puff loyalty because he's paying them. Your mother owe you loyalty because she gave birth to you. So I'm just, that part I find extremely weird. And then also with the whole freak off situation. Like I said, Hollywood, it become Hollywood for a reason.
Hollywood.
Right? So I'm not even going to say these stories is impossible of the whole freak off things. And because we hear about a lot of things going on.
I told you last time, they was coming down the pipeline. They found some of the escorts. Some of the escorts have come forward. Some of them have come forward behind the scenes, and they said that they feel like the guilt and stuff like that, admission stuff like that. In other words, they need a coin. The money ran out, and now they coming to tell their story and tell their truth and expose and just get on the train. Even though I know they probably was there, but it's the fact that
they're complicit in it.
They was also being fed drugs too. So, but when you look at if I'm coming there as an escort, I'm coming there just to, those are prostitutes. Can we stop saying escort? That's not escorts. Those are prostitutes. When you have sex with, it's a prostitute. Sex workers. The prostitutes, the male prostitutes that were having sex with her came there, and Diddy came there to just do that. But when you go home and you you just happen to catch your TV on and look on your phone, you see all these other things that was happening. Oh wait, you whipped her ass before I got there? She didn't want to do this. You forced her to do this. Now it kind of makes you like, whoa, I was there doing that to her. And I didn't know that she didn't consent to this. I just thought that this was just a freaky couple. So now it's like they said that those are coming down the pipeline too, because they also have been allegedly saying that they were called for Carisha.
And see, here part I don't understand that because these are people to me that is coming out for money grabs. Yeah, the other people,
always.
Because at the end of the day, if you found that out from yourself. Back then, that's what happened.
They found out, and assuming that they found out in
during this time period
when she dropped the lawsuit, and they looked at it. And and some of them, for example, like if you found out that this was happening, you automatically gonna be like on pins and needles. Like, wait a minute. So wait, what if they try to point at me and say I was involved with this, and I know I did go over there and we didn't mess around, but I didn't know that this all was going on. So now you like trying to let me just get my story out there first, and I'm gonna make some money too at the same time. Why not? Why not? Listen.
Why not?
Why not? Why not? I'm not. Pay me for my pain. I told you that. Pay me for my pain.
That hit a part I don't understand, right? It's because once again it's called Hollywood. So I'm not saying it's impossible that Puff didn't have these parties. He pretty much had these parties, but we're gonna act like we can't act like she didn't play a role in it. Because listen,
at some point,
if she's saying that she accepted gifts while she was getting penetrated, in the middle of these sessions, and you're accepting it, now you're complicit into it, right? Meaning that you're rewarded for it, you're doing it, whatever. Now people can say you could be scared of the person and brainwashed. What I don't understand is this, right? Now, it's not, once again, it's not impossible what I'm saying, but hear me out.
Not victim blaming either, not.
Yeah, I'm not. But I just found it, I have to question this because if you got a boyfriend and you tell him, your babe, I don't want to get you no pussy tonight. I'm tired, Raheem. I'm done. That's night. But then you can't say no to random men in these freak off parties. So both is actually a choice. Now, when you're saying about fed drugs, getting fed drugs.
Yeah, and
these people are taking drugs willingly.
In the part
because nobody putting drugs in your mouth. Now you can be like.
Once you're an addict and somebody offers you drugs and like, it's been times where you like, do I want to eat? Oh, not you, but I'm saying, is there times when people say, do they want to eat or do they want to do drugs? And like usually, most of the time, that craving says,
I get that. So fat person, same thing.
And then he whipping her ass. She's stupid. Then he whipping her ass allegedly, and she's curled up in a fetal position by the toilet, throwing up. And then he's kicking her like, get up, get up, get up. And then she got to go back in there. Mind you, music playing, the male in there, he probably like this, like, oh, what's going on? They're taking a while. Or he probably just doing his lines.
So
the escorts don't know that this is going on, and he's whipping her ass and like, get up. And she's like, all right, let me just get this over with. He's a man. It's only going to last this so long.
So it should be bruising this. He'll come back, oh shit, she bruised up. You still going to hump on her still?
These are on drugs. When you on drugs, you looking at somebody, oh, well, damn, I was roughing her up like that. She's into it because she's back out here.
All right, so here's the thing. Like I said, I don't know if that happened or not. It just seems fishy that the whole Kid Cudi thing happened. They act like Puffy.
That was crazy though.
like a mafia don. Like he
like,
just blowing up
he
cars.
is.
Boom.
I honestly, truly, and it also now is, as I told you.
Once again, I don't know.
Allegedly,
I wasn't there.
We didn't
It
participate.
just sounds
in
very
it.
fishy.
The car blew up. The team representative for Kid Cudi come on and said that the car did blow up in the driveway. That same car blew up in the driveway shortly after. So it's like,
But why he didn't report to the cops?
he did.
Oh, he
This
did?
is all reported in Kanye.
From back then?
Yes.
Oh.
It came back up on. It recently popped back. Well, not recent, but in 2014, they popped up on Twitter and said, "Oh, so we just not gonna talk about how Kid Cudi's car just blew up in the driveway after our argument with Diddy over Cassie." That was reported on Twitter.
I didn't know that.
And he burglarized, and allegedly they burglarized Kanye West's house because he thought that she was there first. So he ran and sacked his house and destroyed his house, but he wasn't even there.
Like I said, man, to me,
So
I just have a major issue with. We got to start encouraging women to tell the truth, because we encourage women usually encourage boys. See something, say something, happen to you, come out. Oh shit, light. It's a sensor. Hold on, y'all. See, I'm getting scared.
Wait, where's that? Over there. Give me a wait. Is it? Right behind you. I'm about to say I'll throw the water bottle over there.
See, it's a sensor. Yeah, so I was scared. A water bottle?
Yeah, I'll throw the water over there.
Yeah, so what I was saying, hold on one second.
You said you want us to you want young females and stuff. We gotta. It's not that we gotta just break the stigma behind it, because the problem is there's always going to be the stigma is that when something happens to a boy or a girl and they feel like they've been sexually assaulted or raped, anything, raped and essayed. This blame yourself thing comes into play, and then somebody is always that one person that says, well, what were you wearing? Or why was you over there? Or who told you to go over there at that time of night? Or you was hanging out with that kind of people. It kind of, you sure you didn't give, like, it's always a victim kind of blame, and there's a stigma of people themselves who are essayed or raped. They blame themselves. They're like, dang, I let this happen to me. And I'm usually the person that like stands up, and like when you get in that position, you freeze. So you got to break that stigma first of victim blaming. And then once you get that out the way, then you can start telling people, if you come forward, we won't question it, especially when you have evidence. But then the whole law does this thing where they have to, you the victim, you came to tell, and now they're saying, oh, so where were you at? And what time was this? And you're like, wait, what? I got raped.
But see, the reason why I gotta do that is called investigation, right? And a lot of other part of it, people leave this part out. The men get the same questions for a long period of time, but no one really talks about that.
Because they don't put it out.
Like,
That's a stigma. They don't put it out.
You know what I'm saying?
They try to block it.
These people who's, if you say he raped me, this nigga being fucking interrogated the same exact way, even sometimes cases worse. Because they actually had, she do got beaten on her, bruising on her body, so I'm gonna go hard on this because she got beaten. I don't know where it comes from, so they go hard with this guy too.
But they don't even know that the victim doesn't know that this man is being interrogated.
They don't know that.
They keep it separate.
They keep it separate.
They keep it under the guise of we just let him go because there's no evidence. But little does she know that they done broken his. He was at work. They
done took him, embarrassed him
in front of his kindergarten students. He's getting fired, even if it's true or not. There's a lot of stuff that goes behind that.
So my thing is, I'm just telling a lot of women, like, listen. This whole thing when they keep saying, oh yeah, women
believe women when they say something.
Oh yeah, or they don't get believed by the officers, blah blah blah. I mean, stop pushing a narrative out there, because what you're gonna do is discourage women from coming forward. When you said, girl, they ain't gonna believe you, why should she go there now? Because now she's discouraged, right? So I'm like, listen, the same way how we have told women they ain't gonna believe you and discourage a woman, we should encourage women to speak up sooner, because if you don't tell, this rapist of a man or woman is going to continue to do it. So this whole narrative of saying, speak when
you see something, say something.
Or they say, listen, speak when you talk when you're ready, girl. I don't care if it takes 10 years. That is bad to tell them that, because what ends up happening is for the last 10 years, the rapist is going to be free, raping other women.
I wouldn't even touch on that. I would just say the problem. You speak when you feel ready to speak, but at the same time, you got to also keep in mind that the longer you wait, the more foggy the details are going to get. The evidence is going to start to disappear. You got to just be, unless you're keeping your receipts like on. Like, I got this all together. That's why I'm waiting. But until I'm ready to tell my story, I'm just going to sit on this. That's why I say I feel like Cassie. That was only the tip of the iceberg that slid out. She only let out enough that she knows that, okay, well, this is something that he's been doing. He's doing the same. When you've been with somebody for 5 years at least, you start to notice patterns. And if we're doing drugs constantly, she even know at the first alleged that she was taking ecstasy. When he first gave her the pill, he said, take this, gonna make you feel good. And he was driving. That's when she started doing ecstasy with him. She didn't know the blue pill was ecstasy.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I've been in that situation before, so I didn't know it was ecstasy. It just looks like a blue pill, whatever.
Told you yourself, Joe? I don't know how that shit look. I thought it was white.
I didn't know. It was blue. They make it more colors. Yeah, so you gotta be able to keep all your receipts, and you never know when. Okay, wait. Okay, it's a pattern. So when you see somebody doing this over and over, she's like, oh well, if he did this to me, I'm gonna keep this because I know this is gonna come out again. I feel like that she only did that because one, it was a money grab. It was a money grab. She was doing a civil suit for money. It was nothing else other than that. But when she did that, all it did was it opened the floodgates for. If anybody else remembers or this has happened to you,
which is dangerous,
the pills, the room, the beatings, the freak offs, and everybody's people are like, wait a minute, that was because sometimes you don't even know you was assaulted. You don't know that you was. Maybe I was just having rough sex, or maybe I was roughing her up, and she liked that because Diddy said that Shorty liked that, so we roughed her up. But she said we raped her. That's what I'm saying. It's like there's a lot of factors behind that because some people don't know. Some people be on drugs. And some people just feel like, okay, well, I'm here, I deserve that. I flew all the way out here. He flew me out here, so our minds wet. I have to.
And it's my issue why I'm telling women over and over. If you get drunk and you don't remember it, don't automatically say that the guy raped you. Don't do that automatically because what could end up happening, he could literally might have even touched you.
And you could be confused.
But you could ruin his whole career or get him killed by allegation. Right,
and you try to stand on it.
Because
that's another thing too. Society does this thing where we be on the person's ad. Once we find out the victim said this happened, we be on the person who they allege, who they accuse. We be on their ass, and then we pressure the victim all the time. Say this, what happened? What happened? And they try to coerce the victim and say, well, didn't you say he was rough with you? And she's like, well, I didn't say that part, but
that also happens.
Because there's a lot of pressure. You got to take the time to actually handle these with kitten gloves.
Because I always tell, listen, now women out there, I'm not saying it's easy. It's definitely hard because rape is traumatizing, right? But also for men who get lied on, it's also traumatizing. And this stigma lasts on him like AIDS forever.
Yes, for a long
because
time,
even if it's proven that the girl lied,
they always believe the lie before they
shoot. They still gonna believe that he's a rapist somehow.
The lie is the accusation is louder than the actual truth.
So what I'm saying is, if the guy actually did do that to you, fuck what the women are telling you to wait to tell.
Everybody.
Please tell. Because even the victim units in these precincts in the hospitals, they are telling you, please tell fast. Because the more you tell quicker, we actually can prove that you're telling the truth when you're going through the procedures. Just because an officer might not believe you, fuck that officer. There's more officers who will believe you. There's more preachers out there who will believe you, who will take you serious. But when you keep saying they won't believe me, that's what happens. You're going to brainwash some other woman that they're not going to believe you. So why should they even go there in the first place? It's kind of like the Five Heartbeats movie when Eddie King was like, his father was like, he knows what Five Heartbeats, y'all.
Shut up.
I'm sorry, I snitched.
Shut up.
He knows what Five Heartbeats, huh?
You never saw what's the movie with Tyra Banks? Higher Learning.
I did. She got killed.
Shut up.
So now in that movie Five Heartbeats, Eddie King's father told him, "You ain't gonna be shit, cause I ain't shit." So he started believing that shit.
Yeah.
Right? So my thing, like, nigga, why should I even really try? You know what I'm saying? Because of what his father told him, and he started trying, and he overcame that. It's the same mentality when it comes to people say, oh yeah, they ain't gonna believe you. What's gonna end up happening is you're not gonna want to even report it. And you could be telling the actual truth. Now that allows the liar woman to blend in with you in your movement. I don't want to call violence, but I do think the whole more thing. I do think it's a bunch of women out there who are lying about grape, right? And the women who lie about grape, I think the woman who actually got grape should jump her.
No, the person who lied about it should get at least half of the time that the person who was getting accused.
Nope, she gets full time and beat up.
I'm saying. Because she didn't actually commit the actual physical crime, but she did lie. So I said she's going to at minimum face half the years that.
No, because that guy.
Listen, what I'm saying. If you grape somebody, it's gonna fall under the grape. It's gonna fall under assault. It's gonna fall under probably assault with a deadly weapon, kidnapping, trafficking. There's a lot of those things. The charges are gonna come up. It's not just one charge. There's always gonna be more than one. So they should at least get half of whatever the person is getting. If that's the minimum, you're facing half of the years if you lied. If you convicted and they find and you want to charge on more, that they can do that. But I just feel like a person who just accused somebody, they should definitely face time.
I think the person who lies
should be put on the list. Actually, they should make a list of people who lie about.
I agree.
That should be the list. They should make that a list.
Because I think that if a person lie about grape, and that guy will be charged to the full extent of the charge that you lied to him about. Yeah. So, by that is the case, and you've been proven to be a lie. Not saying that it's proven that. You got great, but you couldn't prove it was him.
Or if the police coerce you to lie on this man, they should be charged too.
Yes. So what I'm saying right now, let's say, but then if a woman lie, let's say if a girl really got great, but she just misidentified the person. Yeah. That's totally different. Yeah. I'm talking about the person who actually saying he raped me and they knowingly lying and come out that she actually lied. She should get the full charge because you know what you did. Because now he can't shake that.
He can't shake this, and then they're gonna remember him, but they're not gonna remember you.
Yeah, facts.
But then also, you gotta look at see how it's a slippery slope. When you say you gotta tell a victim to come forward and say something.
We should encourage them to come forward.
But then look, catch this. They say believe them. They say believe the victim first. Always believe the victim.
Which is wrong.
But then that's also like a contradicting because if we want her to come, why would she come forward if you're not gonna believe me?
No,
you're supposed to believe the victim first. This is how I do it. I listen to I hate if the victim came forward. You're telling me something that's crazy and traumatized. That's obviously real raw and real trigger warning. So I'm gonna believe you. That's how it usually works. You believe the victim and then you work backwards. You don't because that's why they go straight to the guy who accused.
No, but that's backwards.
No, you have to do that because if you don't believe them, the victim's not. That's why people don't come forward because they don't believe.
No, because if you believe them, it's gonna have way more people attention to lie.
No, but they don't come out. If
you believe them automatically, bro,
you're supposed to believe them and don't. No, when we say believe them, we don't say believe them and just put it on the news and plaster it.
That's believing them.
No, you're telling me what happened. We believe you. We see you bruised up. We're gonna do an investigation. We're not gonna go forward and put plaster. That's what is wrong. You don't supposed to go forward until you actually have hardcore proof that this man did this. You believe the victim because they're traumatized. You sit them down. You get all the information, all the key points, all the setting, everything, and then you go. Check him, figure out what's going on with that, and then you work backwards to see what's happening. Don't put it on the news or whatever that this person did this. That's why I said the Cassie thing was like you said. It was going on. It was
before that, yeah.
Before that, because they want to make sure the lawyer want to make sure all his ducks is in a row. And then once he said, "Wait a minute," he saw something that the names the lawyer, security guard, his name was in the lawsuit, and then they went online. They saw that this DIDDY has a history of these allegations of beating women up, and they knew from the fact they said we don't even have the rape part, rape. That's one of the last. That was literally on the back burner. Mm-hmm. Everything else we could prove. We could prove because it's hard to prove rape years later. But all these other bruises. She posted a picture with her face all ripped up, and they have key witnesses saying that this happened. There's a hotel said he paid $50,000 for the tape and the damages done to the room. There's a lot of stuff that was behind this lawsuit, and Cassie was very strategic. She was very strategic and smart. Based on her actions moving forward. And it's just coincidence. That was the most craziest. I think that's what really set it off. When the governor of New York sat and played that Survivors Act thing where you have 1 year, no matter what time you have 1 year to come forward to talk about what if you were raped and you could do a civil suit. You can't do a whatever
criminal.
You gotta do civil. So they gave him 1 year and the expiration date was about Thanksgiving. So the lawyer said, okay, now this is like perfect timing. But everybody who's in legal, they know that was happening, but she didn't know. So when the lawyer she went to the lawyer about the book, Diddy and them said, no, we're not paying you to write a book. You're not writing a book. We don't approve. We'll sue you. She said, all right. Her boyfriend, the trainer that he hired, the trainer that he hired, and they went to the lawyers, talked to them. They said, wait a minute. Then they moved forward with it. So that's a lot of people don't know that.
So
she was writing a book like Kim Porter.
Yeah, and here's my issue, right, with that. I just think that the women who wait so long to save something. Now, I never was in a position to get physically assaulted by a woman, right? Like,
she wasn't looking for money at first. She was gonna write the book.
I'm talking about criminal.
Oh yeah.
So I'm saying is, I never been beat on women before like that, right? I never have, right? We encourage women, if you're getting beat on men, to tell.
Leave.
No, but to tell.
Yes, leave and tell.
We encourage that. So it should be the same mantra going out for rape victims, what I'm saying to you. Because we telling them, no, you can report later on. Do you understand rape is far worse than getting smacked around? I mean, this is crazy. This is totally backwards. We should encourage both to tell.
But look at it from the lens of Look at it from the lens of somebody that's in power. That's why I tell people this. I also learned this. Me, you, everybody, we're young, relatively. And imagine being 19 or any kind of age, and you're rubbing shoulders with Beyonce and Jay-Z and all these people in these positions of power. And you then, I said it wrong. There's people in this world that will allow their boss to walk over them and have them work 10 days a week, no break, no nothing, no vacation. And then if you ask for one small little thing, no. And there's been these people speaking up about how, Cassie should have said this, Cassie should have did this, rape victims should have do this, that, and they can't even face their boss. That's why I be like, it's kind of like and then also remember there's a position of power.
But the thing is, your boss and rape are two different situations because one is far more traumatizing. You might get mad at your boss. He might.
No, I'm not saying the person. I'm saying like there's people who
the scenario.
There's people who are saying that you should have came forward. You should have came forward. And these are the same people that wouldn't even tell their boss that can I get Tuesday off because I think I'm coming down with a cold. But they want a 19-year-old girl to say it with her chest that this man did this to me and did that and he's in this position of power.
No, but I agree with that because if you don't report this creep gets away. And he's going to touch more 19-year-old, 20-year-old, 21, 24-year-old women. Well, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's where we coming from.
But if me and the rapist are in a relationship, they start to feel like, this only happened to me. Nobody's going to believe me. I've seen this man move mountains with just.
But nobody believe me. That's still bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why it's still bullshit because they believe Amber Heard with Johnny Depp, and he was way more popular than her. Lost over a few $100 million contracts in movies deals from years ago over allegation. A football player named Matt Ariza.
Some of it was true. Him and her. It was abuse on both sides with him.
No, what I'm saying is Matt Ariza. Hold on. Matt Ariza, the football player for the Buffalo Bills. He got drafted by the Buffalo Bills. A girl, I sent you the post earlier. A girl, 17, said that he and his friends raped her at a party. Right? She did an interview and everything. Got him fired. He got cut from the Buffalo Bills. Then kind of find out he wasn't even there when the incident happened. He left the party an hour early before that happened.
Even the baseball player. You heard about the baseball player?
Hold on, I'm going with that.
I agree with that.
Then when it comes down to the girl, it's video evidence of her telling people she's 18.
I know. I'm
18 years old. I had sex when I was 15. Blah blah blah. Then when they caught her in a lie,
what race it is?
Hold on. But it happened. It happened in Boca. I give you a black one too.
Yeah, I know.
So my thing is, when that happened, what ended up happening? He lost everything over allegations. So they will believe you. The issue is you want him to get convicted off your word of mouth. That's not how the law works. Because if he lost everything, got detained, or shit happened to him already, somebody believes somebody. The issue is she lied about her. She lied about everything, and she on camera. This is what the lawyers are saying. The gangbang was consensual. She's on camera asking for penis.
You know what the problem is?
So how you get great when you ask for penis and you ruin a whole guy's NFL career, and it just started off an allegation. So don't tell me, not saying you. Yeah. So don't tell me they automatically don't believe you.
I'm smoke.
They do automatically believe you when it comes down to allegations. So now, when it comes down to I said kind of wrong. They would, by law, they gotta detain you. So it's some kind of believability in that allegation you're saying. But in America, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
But that doesn't work for celebrities.
That don't work for people nowadays because at the end of the day, these people lose millions and millions of dollars. The baseball player.
It's only because the allegation is only because brands look at things as if, okay, well, that's not going to be, whether or not it's true or not, it's still not a good look for our brand to have the main face to be somebody that's
meaning somebody believe. That's the point I'm saying.
No, is the fact. It's not the fact that people believe them. That's right. Actually, it is right. People believe them. But the problem is that there hasn't been a bar set to to where if you are lying, you will be proud. If they put that in place, that if you lie, you will go to jail for this lies.
Then would change.
People won't lie people won't lie about getting raped because they know for a fact that, okay, well, if I get proven, if I'm about to do my big one and lie and get this come up, is a possibility that I can go to jail and he could counter sue me. So if you put that in play, that
and watch this. And also, it could also backfire because women might say, "Damn, I'm telling the truth. If they don't believe me, I go to jail because they don't have the evidence." It's why I go back to my original point. If you report it soon enough, you will have a way better chance of convicting this person than waiting a long time. Like you said earlier, the evidence will be gone.
Just keep the receipts.
Your stories will start going because you're not going to remember every detail you did.
And he was
10 years ago.
Especially if you're on drugs and
you're not gonna remember that.
But it's still. I'd rather if you lying, you going to jail, then
I agree.
Come forward.
I agree.
Because you coming forward is you coming forward. But if you lying and you're purposely lying, people can tell when you're lying when a story has holes in. Because they never. The problem is we don't. It's not that we're questioning the victim. We don't question the victim's story at all. We question the person who's being accused. We don't look at the victim as if, okay, this person could be lying, but why would they be lying? We don't ever dig into that bag. We dig into, okay, well, he's hiding something, he's did this. We don't look at the victim. We keep the victim as a victim. But when you say that there's a possibility that y'all both can go to jail, now you gotta reconsider if I wanna go over there to that gangbang with those 6 guys. You're like, okay, so if I go over there and I don't like this, and it's not giving what it's supposed to give, I can't lie and say I got raped, so I'm just gonna stay home. Or I'm gonna say no to him. And him. You can come, but not him.
So like, even the baseball player, the lady,
she was sick. She was
sick too.
She was on Snapchat acting like she was bruised. She bruised. I don't know where she got the bruises from. So maybe they just had rough sex. She said he did say, okay, well, we did have kind of rough sex, and I was kind of like, but she said she's fine. And then that was a setup from the beginning. She had the text messages.
And she took the video
and Snapchat
of her. He was asleep with a perfectly clean face. Not only that, she did that. She literally
text her friend,
get up for all his money, blah blah.
Network.
Then try to erase the text, and they can't get the
iCloud. They can pull it back up on the cloud because I could put a text up right now if I wanted to.
Over allegation.
I'm sure that too, so just in case.
So now, with that being said, this new case for Puffy.
It should be a law. It should be a law that if you lie, that would have never happened.
I agree.
I'm not gonna sit here and say the victim should to come forward. They come forward. Just make sure when you do come forward, you have your ducks in a row. Because at the end of the day, nobody really knows how it feels for somebody to be making you do something that you didn't want to do. Like with Bill Cosby, did those women have intentions to go up there and sleep with Bill Cosby? They were not going up there to have tea and crumpets. But at the same time, they did not. I don't believe that anybody wants to take a pill to make them pass out and be numb. And
but see,
the drugging problem is where it came wrong.
But here the part is crazy, right? People keep saying, "Oh yeah, the deposition proved that he drug." I said, "No, y'all just hearing what y'all."
No, he tell y'all. He did say, he said, "I didn't do anything that those women didn't want me to do," and I was like, "Whoa."
No, because my thing is, I'm gonna tell you what that means. He said that, like, for example, he's like, "No, I put it in her drink, but she asked me to." Like, we took it together, and the reason why he didn't go to jail from years ago, because he's like, "Nah, it was consensual." Like I did, like for example, if me and you
can't remember
on drugs right now, right? Huh?
He can't remember. He put
a Quaalude.
And the other and G and stuff like that. And to make it pass you out.
No, but I'm saying is this, right? Back in the days, even to the day, if me and you friends, and you said, "Stevie, yo, son, do me a favor, son. Yo, pass me that real fast," and I pass you the drug, and you take it, and you pass out. You can't say, "Stevie drugged me. He handed me the drug." I mean, no, I hand it to you because you asked for it.
But then at the same time,
that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like that story was going on.
Even if a person passes out, you cannot. If I take the drug and I pass out and you have sex with me unconscious and I don't remember.
No, but that's not proven. That's why it's called allegedly.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but if you give the person a drug and the person wakes up and they literally you see them wake up, they wake up and you're like what the fuck? And he getting dressed and you like. And you don't remember, so and yeah, you took the drug, but did you really know? You just taking something from celebrity. That's another problem.
What did it properly find to question it?
Because it's like
what I'm saying to you, that's more of a regret because if you got to get that pissy drug, you can't remember what happened to you.
That's a drug.
No, I'm saying, but it was in her drink.
But she didn't know that it was gonna.
No, they take it together. She's not new. They've been doing this for years.
Some of them.
No, but I'm saying the one that was saying it, they was doing it for years.
Yeah, she's weird.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about the victims who didn't know that they was going to
be
passed out.
But then again, it's alleged. No one knows if it's true. That's why he got arrested illegally. That's why he came home and he's suing them because it was that will never ever
It ain't gonna
proven.
stick.
But my point is this, right? Let's go with the
new allegation
with the new allegation with Puff. The girl that said she's 17 that was dealing with Puff. Let's be honest. So we're gonna sit here and act like
wait. Give him the synopsis.
First of all,
because you don't want to step on your own toes.
No.
Because there's more information that just came out today. I was looking at it. I was like,
no, I'm giving the gist of how people move.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, the girl came out saying that, you know what I'm saying, like she was
at a lounge.
Yeah, sex traffic and all that type of going on, allegedly. Once again, we wasn't there, I don't know. But she was 17 at the time. Here's my issue with this. She could have very much been 17 at that time.
Tread lightly.
I'm saying she could have been.
Yeah.
Right?
On record, yeah.
Or she might not have been. But just because she on this man's lap, don't mean he actually had sex with the girl. That's all that I'm saying.
100%.
He could have not been. That don't prove intercourse. It just proved that she was in.
Yeah, we still waiting for the details. We still waiting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So tread lightly. We don't know.
So my thing is, we are saying that it's proved that she was in his presence.
Yeah.
But also, she knows it's a grown ass man herself. She knows this. What are you doing trying to be around grown men at that age in the first place? So mind you, we gotta also say, what are you doing there? Are you being hot, or were you being a groupie, or was you forced to be there?
I mean,
we gotta talk about all angles, not just one angle of victimhood. Sometimes these girls be hot and it be like an older man, right? Or it could honestly be that she had been, let's say, lack of a better term, brainwashed to be in situations.
No,
right? Either one could happen.
Starstruck. I'm with a celebrity. I'm with this person. They took an interest in me. I'm a teenager, so everybody, and if anybody has ever been a teenager, there's no way on God's green earth that you did not want to. You didn't say, "I can't wait till I get old. I can't wait till I'm old. I can't wait till I'm grown. I can let." Everybody's a teenager and they wants to grow up fast. That's the problem. We all want to grow up too fast. And then when you're a teenager and an adult takes a liking to you, it's like a validation to your adolescent stuff. You're like, okay, well, you see, I knew I could hang with.
And where the girl parents at?
See, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna touch on that. That's why I say we only want to throw the parents in it when we have proven that the teenager is literally not mentally or even grown enough to comprehend what just happened to them because they're doing stupid things that's dangerous. As an adult, I wouldn't go. As an adult, a normal adult would not go with a strange person that they met in a lounge and on a jet to wherever the heck they said they bringing them, and then by themselves. That's not a normal thing to do. So I expect that's from a teenager, a child, or somebody who's home. There has to be some kind of rock or something that's like making you say, okay, well, I'm just gonna do this because what I got to lose. But that's what I'm saying. But she's 17. She's getting approached by an executive, and it's men in suits. Look, that's allegedly what they was wearing. Men in suits approached her. You look hot, whatever, with the woo. And then they also explain that they connect best friends with Diddy. And she's like, oh, okay, whatever. Pulls Diddy up on the phone. 17-year-old girl. Ooh, Diddy. Oh, God, this is my big break or whatever. Diddy took an interest in me. P. Diddy, he thinks I'm hot. I know I look good. I've been telling these hoes I look better than them. Bye. And she get on the jet with him. But we skipping the part, but the bathroom scene was crazy. This is where the parents need to come into play and discernment needs to kick in. And I feel like people in general need to have better discernment. If you are in a lounge and you see this man, twice your age, go into in the lounge and he pulls out a can and begins to smoke crack cocaine, allegedly, and then still coerces you, because she was drunk, coerces you into giving him oral sex and then gets you on a jet to go back to New York, and you're in Michigan, the parents have failed. And
it's also, she got to take responsibility of her own actions too.
Course.
And hit the part I don't like, right? So watch this. If you're in a lounge or a club, it's ID check.
Yeah,
you can't be a minor in these places when they're serving alcohol
unless you look good.
And here's my issue.
That's the problem with
it's my issue.
Yeah, touch it.
So my thing is this: if you in a club and it says 21 and over,
they need to sue that club.
and you're serving alcohol, you are under the presumption that everyone in here is adults, right? So if you was to sleep with one of these individuals, and I thought they was grown because it was an ID check in the front by security.
I don't think that's what they touched. I don't think that's the
no,
thing.
but at the part that I'm making, I'm talking about overall.
I get what you're saying, but
right?
remember that Justice Trelelli, they're not trying to push the age thing. The lawyer just threw that in there to like spice it up to make us talk more. But the lawsuit is not based on her being her age. Because remember,
it was sex trafficking.
You consent to sex at 17 in New York, but then I think that's still kind of weird because like it wasn't that time. Light was cut off. Shh.
How you could tell?
Huh?
How you could tell?
That light's cutting off.
Oh,
It wasn't moving over here. So.
The
census. That's what I say. I feel.
He said, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice." I got this one.
Sense of feeling because remember he's not over here by the camera, so it's gonna cut off. But
we got 5 more minutes.
That's also why I'm fidgeting because I'm not on crack or anything. I'm just fidgeting because I want to keep the light on. But yeah, it's not the case is not based on her age, statutory rape. It's based on the whole fact that she was gang raped. So yes, she did go over there, and I'm pretty sure she was like, okay, well, I got a vagina. I could just bust it open one time for Diddy. It's fine or whatever. But I don't think she thought that she was gonna get raped by this man, that man, and the third assailant that they're gonna name soon. But they just wait.
But my whole point of the narrative is that Puff is sleeping with underage women.
They push
so my whole point is this. So I'm making it clear. If he goes to the club and the club says 21 and over, right, and he sleeps with you and you happen to be underage, everybody in the club is under the presumption that you are of age because you passed the ID check screening part. It's not my job to check IDs in the club. It's the job responsibility. So mind you, when that happens, girls can lie. About their age, so do boys. Boys will lie.
I lied for many.
On a grown woman.
I was in the club at 14.
Yo, I'm 25. He got a facial hair, but he really in high school. It literally happens a lot, right? So
I ain't had facial hair and all that, but I just knew people. I rubbed elbows with certain people, and I was 16, 15. I was getting into the Buzz nightclub, Palace.
You in the Buzz?
I was in the Buzz. I was in the nightclub. I was in the Palace with the cage. You know, I was outside.
See now, and you knew better because you lied. Like,
no, I didn't lie. My age wasn't asked. Cause I knew people. I mean, they said he got ID. I said, nah, he good, and I walked around.
So mind you, right? So what I'm saying to you now, if that was to happen, right, with a woman, whatever, it had been proven that this guy didn't know her actual age, or she said, no, I lied about my age.
Should she be held accountable? Yes, but should the club be also held accountable?
The club should be held accountable, and the club
yes.
usually do. And I'm saying the guy is not guilty of that because I was lied to, right? Or the woman, if I lied,
statutory rape. Something got to roll.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you prove that you lied, the case get thrown out because you fooled him. I mean, now if you didn't ask for ID and you didn't say nothing, then you're correct.
Yeah, but most of the time
that's called ignorance of something.
Yeah, but then most of the time, we don't ask nobody. Nobody ever in the history said, "Oh, let me see your ID, shorty with the fat ass. Let me see your ID. Let me see your ID, sir. You mad? You look mad good. How tall are you? 6'7". He's 6'7", Tisha. They said, let me see his ID. He looks young. No, they just say go right with it. And that's why the law comes down on them because they said we
and that usually happens. What I'm saying to you is in the clubs usually nobody asks for IDs, women or men, and you got young guys in the club who are lying about the age for older women also.
Yeah, but at some point in time, we're gonna leave the club. So at that point they're gonna say at that point when you left the club and you and were heading home, did you ask for ID and ride home?
No, because you're under the presumption that everyone in here was a legal age before we even got anything.
I 100% agree with you.
That's why they usually beat the cases, right? And mind you, no, usually because that's what it did. Because
they don't beat that. They lower the charges, the statutory rate.
No, but I'm talking about statutory rape. They usually beat those charges because if the girl lied and said, "No, I did lie," or "I did have fake ID," those are those two lies.
I'm gonna touch on that.
So I'm just saying, in no type of that could happen.
Yeah.
And in this girl's case, she could have lied to Puff to either be in that position or fake IDs, or she could have been quiet and didn't say nothing, and he didn't even ask for ID. Both can exist.
They did, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that I'm saying.
Yeah, remember, we're not. If I'm in a courtroom with you, the judge gonna be like, "Sir, we 100% understand that this is not what we're." The only part they keep saying her age is because it's like adding some You know how
It tried to kill his character.
No, not even. You know how you add parsley on stuff and it don't taste like nothing. You just add it on it to make it look nice. They keep saying her age because it puts out there that he's a predator. They put the predator thing on him.
That's
the
point.
What it is.
Kill his character.
He is a predator allegedly, but he is from record. He is a predator, and the GOAT themselves said this many moons ago, and y'all shamed her. Wendy Williams said this many years ago. He is a predator. They all said he's a predator. He's a predator. Look how he moves through the end. He used to. Anytime you send somebody and they come back with somebody, that's predatory act. That's what wolves. That's what they do. They send other animals out to hunt and bring it back. He's a predator. Even if he's not assaulting these women in a way, he's moving very predatory. He's this old, chasing this young, and this power dynamic.
So
this power
let me
dynamic.
ask you a question about the word predator. So if I say, "Yeah, I want that girl right there. I want her."
Are you preying on her? Yes.
Hold on. And she playing hard to get, but I want her badly. And she's legal of age.
Yeah.
I'm a predator still, right?
Yes.
All right, cool.
You use it in the negative. You can't use it in the. You can use it in the negative, in a positive connotation.
I got you.
See something.
Because people think that predator only means you're going after young people. No, it don't mean that.
Predator is a word that is used to describe an ecosystem, an animal, a group of organism, an ecosystem. You have to have the prey, and you have to have the predator. Now, we're using a negative statement. You can say the saps and the people that's doing the sapping. You want to get on the side of the people that's taking from the poor because you don't want to be a sap. You want to be the one who's sapping.
I just think, man, I just find it extremely disappointing because, like, even when this other girl came out recently saying that, I forgot the girl name, but she was basically siding with Cassie. She was like, yo, I was there when Cassie was getting beat up and blah, blah, blah.
Not Aubrey. Not Aubrey. It was, they didn't say nothing. They was just saying that they stand with her. But they part of Dirty Money. Dawn and D Woods, they part of Dirty Money. But how they don't know that he?
I know the girl name.
Was she black?
The black girl. She was saying that she was there with Cassie. She understands what's going on because she was there. She seen it happen. Mind you, all could be true. I wasn't there.
The problem is
right.
The problem is they don't want to. They say that you was there, you saw it, but you didn't say nothing. That's the problem.
Now she's playing like she was traumatized and she want to be a victim now. That's my issue. How the fuck are you gonna try to play that? Oh, I'm a victim too now. Get out of here. Because listen,
two things can be true.
No, you're not a victim. You're not a victim because you're not a victim because if you were seeing that happen the first time, why you still keep going with Cassie? I give Cassie a pass. Maybe she was under him, fine. Because the whole Stockholm syndrome situation going on.
She was on drugs.
I get all that, right? All that could be true. I'm probably using Stockholm syndrome wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. Like you love somebody attached. The friend.
She was on drugs.
Why are you still going to be around Puff if you're so a victim?
Because this is me. This is me. I'm on your side. This is
he beat my friend, but I'm gonna keep watching beat my friend. That don't make no sense to me.
No. In this world, we have people who are not clout chasers, but we have people who are I call them clout demons. So this person is popping, and this is my friend, and we've been friends. I'm going to be your friend because you're pop. I'm your friend already, and you're popping, and you're around. You're around. You get me. You pull me around. You in the club. You in VIP. You get bottles. You free. You get penthouse. You getting all these perks, and I'm with you. And then I see you get your ass whipped by your crazy boyfriend, allegedly. And now, do I want to stop hanging out with you because of the perks and stuff still? No, I'm still gonna be your friend because I want the perks. However, at the same time, if he just whipped your ass in front of everybody and he just dangled allegedly Wale over the balcony and we all saw this in the studio, why would I say something?
Why I said it never happened?
That did happen. You know why I believe that happened? Because
hold on.
She said something. She didn't say his name, but she left enough crumbs to put that out there.
It could have been a random dread nigga.
But then the Shy Glizzy, allegedly, I don't want to say no way. Shy Glizzy's one of his friends, and me and Sheree know him. He was there at the studio. He was at the studio at the same time, and he went there. Shy Glizzy's like, back up, whatever. Right, you come with your entourage.
No, but my point I'm saying is
they
this,
saw him.
right?
They saw Wale.
If the girl is claiming that he's a predator, and he's beat up my friend, blah blah blah, he telling the truth, whatever. Why the fuck? Or you're not saying anything, or why the fuck are you still coming around?
I just told you.
Hold on, I'm talking about you coming around and watching Cassie keep getting beat up over and over. So I'm like, you're not a victim at that moment. You're not a victim. Maybe Cassie could be one.
You're a victim adjacent, but you're not. You can't say, "Oh, I'm a victim."
If anything, you're complicit now because you know that this is harming her, and you're not saying anything. The same way, if I see a girl or a child abuse themselves, and I don't report it, I'm complicit in the child abuse.
Unless if you are one of the people like If you're a teacher or something like that in the field, yes. But when you are somebody that's a bystander, you can always fall under the umbrella that I didn't say nothing because he was whipping her ass. I didn't want to get my ass whipped.
But I'm saying it's the same thing. It's like you see something, say something.
Yeah, but that's why
even a murder. If I see a murder and I don't report it,
why wouldn't you report a murder if you saw a murder?
No. I'm saying.
I know. I agree with you.
I'm saying by the law, if I see a murder, and I don't report it.
You are accomplice. You could be accomplice.
Yes,
you
could be charged, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you know information about it.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, instead of her trying to play like I ain't gonna front, for a minute I was wrong for what I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I should have said something.
Yeah.
From that perspective, you playing the victim perspective as if like you got abused mentally too. And reality is you kind of accomplice of it because you're watching it along with the security guards.
No. The thing about the security guards is tricky. He tried to break that up. The security guard, she put in the report that he tried to break it up, tried to get Diddy off of her. He then came out and said, I tried to get Diddy off of her, but I couldn't get him off of her. He was ready to whip my ass. But let's go back to that.
All right, one more thing I'm gonna say.
No,
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Although there's no evidence, you can say, why they keep doing it? What the hell?
Because we're not moving.
Yo, I'm sorry. See, that shit tired. What I'm gonna say is this. To be perfectly honest. Everybody wrap this up right now, you can, in 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes. To be perfectly honest, now, to say Diddy never hit her at all, I don't think I'm going to believe that. I think that, I got to be 100 with you. But just because I don't believe it, don't mean that
it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, you feel me? So mind you, you're okay to say what you believe didn't happen or you believe. That's perfectly fine.
When you throw them on the table.
But to say that it's actually factual, the case because you believe it, is when it's wrong. You get what I'm saying?
You know why?
So I do believe that Puff might have said bop, 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 a couple times. I believe that shit.
He fucked up.
But there's no proof for me to say he actually did that shit.
I'm pulling it up for you right now. It's when she posted.
Last word, bro. Go ahead.
She posted. Cassie posted a picture of. She was in Dubai with Diddy. She posted a picture of her in some Ray-Bans on Instagram when Instagram first was coming up, and she was completely wore out. She was done, and then she quickly deleted it. But the internet, it works in a way where if you put something up in 3 seconds, it'll be Snapchat screenshotted because we all in different time zones. I saw it 10 seconds earlier than you did, so I screenshotted it before she deleted it. That to me, that's always a strategic move. This man's whipping my ass. He has control over me, so I post this picture and then I delete it. I know somebody caught it. That was just for future things.
I get that. So, but even with that, my bad.
But the victim part, when you said the friend who comes around and says, that's like when in the hood we see that every day. Something happens in the hood, they shoot somebody, they kill somebody. We know a bunch of people know somebody in the hood that got murdered, but we don't come forward because we know we're under the impression that listen, if you snitch or you say something, you too will end up disappearing. Kid Cudi, his car blew up. After he said, allegedly Diddy said, oh, we're going to blow his car up.
I'm agreeing with that. What I'm saying is, while, Puff is still a powerful man, still right now.
Still.
So my whole point, why are you saying it now when you still could get killed?
Because,
that's
that's where Cassie's move was a real strategic move.
I'm saying Cassie talking about those friends.
No, I know what I'm saying. By Cassie coming forward and saying that this has happened and people around, nobody has came up to said, well, we don't believe this about Diddy. Diddy's a good guy. Nobody has come up to stand for him, but everybody keeps coming up saying this happened. They saw that, all these rumors. Diddy is literally walking on. Kimora Lee's house was on fire, and they're blaming Diddy. He could have not had nothing to do with that. But the fact that she said something, and then her chimney caught fire, and they had to call the fire department. Everybody had to come there, and luckily they wasn't home. That's what it's saying. All eyes are on this man. If anything happens to anything, if Cassie gets a headache, Diddy's going to. We're going to burn him at the stake.
Listen, man. First of all, that was a good conversation, man. There's more things left out, but we just touching the surface of this thing, whatever. But thank you for coming through, brother. I appreciate it, bro. Real talk, man. And I just wanted to say, man, people out there.
Part 2. We got to do part 2.
I think this whole situation is fishy. I don't know if Puff did it.
He did.
I don't know if he didn't do it. But when you start saying he did it without actual evidence, that is very, it's kind of crazy. But I just say, man, victims out there, let's encourage the victims to speak sooner than to tell them, wait until they're ready. Although I know it's traumatizing and it's not easy to do so. But we have to encourage this shit if we want to get these people put to jail with the bag. You can do both at the same time.
It's easy.
Stop waiting till you can't put them in jail and you only do civil. it hurts women and it hurts men in general.
Now on the flip side, if you see somebody coming forward, if you see something in a relation with two people and somebody's being abused by somebody, as a man, as the person who's in power, as anybody who has a position of power should always come forward and at least say put some pushback on it. Don't just allow it to happen, because when you allow a victim to get abused and they look around, they see you watching them get abused and you ain't saying nothing, it only lends hands to, oh well, he just saw me get punched in the face, and this is a 6'5" man, and he just watched this man punch me in my face and stomp me out, and then he's not saying anything. Then the assistant, she's a woman, you're a woman, I'm a woman, and you're not saying nothing. If I go to who's gonna believe me?
I agree with that.
So we gotta play two parts. The victim should come forward and at least keep a receipt and have all your ducks in a row. And the person who sees it, say something, you're just as guilty as somebody who sees something and don't say nothing, as the person that's doing the crime.
With that being said, man, thank you, man. And I got my period.
Too stupid. I thought you said you got your period.